In the weeds, we covered this topic with Ken Rosenthal. So if you want more from Ken, you can check out that clip or that segment. But we are going to touch on this ourselves. The most surprising opt in is Shane Bieber. Couple days after the World Series, he decides, I'll take that $16 million player option instead of the $4 million to buy out. So that means if he had gotten 12 million bucks on the free agent market, he would have been richer. He's also signing back with a team that's going to take the biggest hit from a tax perspective. That's a real thing, as we always talk about in the off seasons. AJ, how shocked were you that Shane Bieber opted to not hit free agency and do this instead? There are some that thought he would get significant money. Tim Britton does a whole deal on The Athletic and said 3 years, 60 something mil if he was in the free agent market. That doesn't mean he's right, but that's a big difference between 63 million and 16.
Yeah, but he's happy there. You kind of hit on a little bit. Maybe he likes the medical staff there. Maybe he likes his wife is happy there. Just listen, guys make decisions for all different reasons. It's not always, I know everyone says it's always about the money. It's really not. Sometimes it's about happiness. Shane Bieber's made a lot of money. Maybe he just is happy in Toronto. He likes the trainer. He likes the clubhouse guy. He likes the food. He likes the city. I don't know, but he's happy there. He wants to try to run it back. And all you heard from these Toronto guys was how much they loved each other. So I can't fault a guy for wanting to stay somewhere. Like Jack Flaherty, I can't fault him. He likes it there. He's happy. Good for you.
I got to follow.
Go be happy. Go be happy.
Question. What if he had contacted the Blue Jays and said, hey, let's try and make something work, either short term or long term, before I even hit free agency? I liked it that much. That gives leverage back to the organization. They're going to get a, quote, discount compared to the market. Why do you think he jumped it so quickly? He was that excited coming off what he was. I know what you're saying, AJ. I'm just curious. Like, why doesn't a team reach out? Like his team reach out and say, hey, we loved this so much. Let's try and work something out, whether it's 1 year deal or
maybe that's coming. Maybe that's in the works. Maybe that's in the works and he had to make a decision now. Maybe they do like Salvador Perez does and he signs a 2-year deal down the road, right? Maybe that's we don't know. But I know this is, you have 7 days after the World Series ends to make a decision as a player, opt in or opt out in clubs. I mean, the World Series ended on Saturday. You don't have a lot of time to make a decision and try to negotiate a new deal. So maybe they came to an agreement and said, hey, I'll take this 1-year deal if you guys pick me up for another year or two down the road. We don't know that. It could happen.
I feel like there's something else that we don't know about this. Like just that he enjoyed his time. That's awesome. But I mean, guys spend a lot of time to try to get to free agency. They try really hard. He wouldn't have gotten a qualifying offer after this season. He technically would get a qualifying offer if he becomes a free agent. I feel like there's something more that could come out of this.
That's a good point on the qualifying offer, and that is a significant hamper on pitchers like him. Now, he does get to pitch a full season if healthy and show his value and then hit the free agent market again. But the biggest punishment in free agency is age. So you're racking up another year before you're hitting free agency. And I would say this is a okay free agent class. This is not like wow, there's just aces left and right. This is one that he probably could have capitalized on. And AJ, I think the starting pitcher was valued a little bit more this postseason, and this is a copycat league, and teams would have been like, starters are pretty important.
Yeah. There's more to it. We don't know, Scott. He made his decision. But let's not criticize the guy for making the decision that he had the opportunity to make, and he made the decision that he felt was best for him and his family. So congrats, Shane.
It's rare that people leave $50 million on the table. That's rare. If you're thinking
we don't know that. We don't know that he could have got $50 million more. I mean, we don't know that.
With no qualifying offer, he's 30 years old, coming off the year that he did. Everybody knows that Tommy John's, 6 years. You get 6 years after your Tommy John, so it's not like this next contract would be in it. So I think it's commendable to him. And eventually I hope we get to ask him about it, and maybe the more information will come out, just because $50 million's a lot. When you're talking like 500 to 550 million. It's when you're talking 16 to 66 million. That's significant.
Yeah. Not criticizing, just pointing out, as we do on this show, that it was a surprise. It was a surprise to many. That was big news. And I think it's important to cap it off this way, since we do have a large Canadian audience. This is a banger move for the Blue Jays. This is huge for them. They gave up a pretty decent prospect for Shane Bieber at the trade deadline. Clearly, that was worth it based on the postseason run. And guess what? Now it's even more worth it because you didn't know what was going to happen, but you anticipated that if he showed health and effectiveness, he was going to hit the free agent market. You just got even more value out of that trade, and you secured one of your starting pitching spots in the rotation for next year. Huge news for the Blue Jays. They're going to do the best they can to bring back as much of that group as possible. Many of them are already locked up. There's not that many, but this was one of the question marks. Boom. Bieber's back. Jack Flaherty, he's going to stay with the Tigers for 2026. If he hit 15 starts, which he did this past season, it gave him the ability to have a 2026 $20 million option. If he didn't take this, because I think this is important, AJ, the Tigers could have thrown a qualifying offer at him, because if you remember, he'd never had the qualifying offer before that. He was traded during the 2024 season to the Dodgers, so he didn't have to deal with it at the time. I don't think free agency went quite as he thought it would last go round, and he has been vocal about how it sucked. So, thoughts on this decision for him?
This is what he wanted to do. $20 million is nothing to sneeze at. And this is, if you look at his quotes, and I've been through free agency, it's not the best time in the world. I mean, is it great if you're Juan Soto and if you're this guy and Shohei Ohtani and all these teams are whining and dining you? But like, his quotes make so much sense. He can make $20 million. What's the qualifying offer going to be? $22 million. So he's going to have to deal with, what do I take the qualifying offer and then I won't have as much value. Plus what he went through last year wasn't fun for him. He had to wait, remember, and then he ended up back in Detroit. He likes it in Detroit. He thinks they have a chance again. They're giving him $20 million. Good for you, Jack Flaherty. Listen, everyone says, it's not always about the money. Could he got more money by going on a one-year deal if they give him the qualifying offer? Sure. But he's happy there. He likes it there. Good for you, bro. Like, I have no problem with this. Like, good. If that's where you want to be, do it, dude.
And he's going to be 31 years old when he's done this season. There's plenty of dudes that are going to free agency at 32. He's still going to be young. I guess, he has to re-up his value at 15 losses, 4.6 ERA. Like, yes, he didn't have the best of years. Nobody's going to deny that. So opt in, get your money. He's going to recoup his value here. And I don't know if you can ever put a dollar value outside of himself putting a dollar value on it, what it means to be at a place that you like. You can never tell somebody, well, this is why, and this is how much we feel like it's worth it. He's probably not going to get that much more than the 21.7 qualifying offer anywhere else. So then you're like, okay, I don't know this place that I'm going to go sign at. Yes, he could get another 2-year deal, but to me, playing where you're comfortable, they know him. He pitched there the last 2 years, and he can finish what they tried to do this year. Hopefully the team adds to that and recoup his value, and he can get 3-4 year deal till he's 35. Plenty of pitchers are being paid till they're 35 on very nice contracts.
And we have seen pitchers sign late and have significant issues. That's part of this as well. If he ends up having to take another 1-year contract and he goes somewhere he doesn't want to go and he doesn't know where he's going, right? Now he knows where he's going on November 4th versus potentially February 4th, March 4th.
He can get his place in Lakeland. He can get his place in Detroit already. I mean, he can have everything ready to go. There's something to be said, like Kratz said, for knowing where you're going, enjoying where you're at. Listen, as somebody that took less money multiple times to stay with the White Sox, which I look back on and was like, man, I should have got more money. But it was where I was happy, it was where my family was happy, and it's where I liked and where I wanted to be. So, because at the end, I wanted to sign back there again after my last year there, and they wanted nothing to do with me. But I was loyal all those years until, then I was a free agent again, and they didn't want anything to do with me. So, I mean, but for those 8 years where I was there, it was great. And I took less money to go there and stay there because my family was happy. I was happy. I had a place there. I knew what I was doing for spring training. I knew the people there. It was just a good place to be. So you can't put a value on quality of life. I'm sorry.
Also,
and enjoying that place is, I think you play better. Maybe I never got to stay in one place, so maybe I can't speak on this, but like, if your family is taken care of, if they enjoy where you're at, if there's a comfortability there, not a complacency, comfortability, then you play. I assume you play better. I never got to experience that, but that's what I hear AJ saying.
real quick from a statistical standpoint, Jack Flaherty, 161 innings this year, 4.64 ERA. Expected ERA 4.04, a little bit better, but the StatCast page does have a lot of blue and gray. I mean, the strikeout percentage is 27.6. That's 82nd percentile. A lot of the rest are not fantastic. So there's risk. I mean, that is what front offices are looking at, right? Jack was not going to be a wined and dined guy. He was going to be I see a little blue and gray on this part. Fastball velo 92.8, and often you'll see a start where if he's 93, 94, 95, it's great. If it's a little lower that day, it's not. Like, they're going to point out all the things, all the pimples, and he doesn't have to deal with that now. So I give him credit. Good for you. Go back to a place you like. Focus on winning. You're getting plenty of money, and his offseason is now set.